In a world where every conversation can be monitored, it's crucial to remember that your voice matters. As the truth unfolds, an influential figure calls upon you to stand with them, urging you to protect your freedom of speech and the essence of your being. Imagine receiving a message from the universe, an urgent call to action that can't be ignored. A renowned activist is reaching out, insisting you take a stand against the injustices that lurk in the shadows, reminding you that your silence only fuels the fire. The echoes of your words linger in the air, unknowingly captured by unseen ears. Now a prominent voice is rallying support, urging you to join the fight for transparency and justice, reinforcing the belief that your truth holds power in a world shrouded in secrecy. What if your most intimate thoughts were being scrutinized? A famous activist believes you have the power to change the narrative. With every heartbeat, they implore you to embrace your role in this unfolding drama and to voice what has long been silenced. As the walls close in and privacy fades away, the call for action becomes louder. An influential leader stands at the forefront, asking you to join them in a quest for justice, reinforcing that your voice can pierce through the veil of oppression. Your conversations may be under surveillance, but your spirit remains untouchable. A celebrated activist now demands that you rise up, reminding you that every whisper of resistance counts in the ongoing battle for truth and accountability. The weight of secrecy can be crushing, yet in the darkest moments, hope emerges. A famous activist implores you to harness your courage and join their call for justice, highlighting that your involvement can ignite a spark that inspires change. In a landscape filled with hidden agendas, a powerful figure is calling you to action. They believe your unique voice is essential in revealing the truth about surveillance and accountability, urging you to break free from fear and embrace your potential. What if every word you spoke was monitored? An influential activist is demanding your attention, encouraging you to become a beacon of light in a world filled with shadows, emphasizing that your participation is vital to restoring justice. Even when it feels like you're being watched, remember that your voice can resonate far beyond the confines of surveillance. A famous activist urges you to rise, reminding you that together, we can dismantle the barriers that seek to silence us. The act of speaking out is a powerful rebellion against the forces that seek to silence you. An influential figure is calling for your help, encouraging you to use your voice to shine a light on the realities of surveillance and the need for change. Your words carry weight, even when they are monitored. A renowned activist believes that by joining forces, you can challenge the status quo, transforming fear into action and ensuring that truth prevails in the face of adversity. As whispers of dissent echo through the air, a famous activist stands ready to mobilize. They implore you to stand with them, reminding you that your voice can be a catalyst for change in a world marred by secrecy and oppression. The truth has a way of revealing itself, even in the face of surveillance. An influential activist demands your voice in this critical moment, highlighting that your participation can tip the scales toward justice and accountability. In a time when our every word may be scrutinized, your courage to speak out is paramount. A celebrated activist reaches out, calling on you to stand firm and amplify the message that transparency and justice are non-negotiable. The walls of surveillance may seem suffocating, but your voice can break through. An activist renowned for their courage urges you to speak your truth, reminding you that collective voices can dismantle the barriers of injustice. Every conversation counts and every voice matters. A famous activist is imploring you to take a stand against the oppressive forces that monitor our lives, emphasizing that the time for action is now, and you have a role to play. The truth is a powerful ally, even when faced with intimidation. A prominent figure calls upon you to join their movement, urging you to reclaim your voice and stand against the unjust systems that seek to silence dissent. In a world where privacy is an illusion, your voice can still echo loudly. An influential activist demands your involvement, inspiring you to rise and challenge the norms that allow for unwarranted surveillance and control. When faced with the knowledge that your words are being monitored, it can feel disheartening. Yet a famous activist reminds you that your resilience and courage can turn the tide, urging you to join the fight for justice and truth. When silence is the norm, your voice becomes revolutionary. A celebrated activist implores you to take a stand, reminding you that your words can inspire a movement and challenge the injustices that permeate our lives. As the shadows of surveillance loom, remember that your truth is a powerful weapon. An influential figure is reaching out, urging you to join their cause and amplify the message that justice must prevail. In a world where every call can be monitored, your courage to speak out is essential. A prominent activist calls upon you to rise and challenge the systems of oppression that seek to silence the truth. Your voice can ignite a fire of resistance. A famous activist believes that by joining forces, we can expose the realities of surveillance and advocate for a future where our rights are protected. Even in a landscape filled with hidden agendas, your voice can break through the noise. An influential leader is demanding your support, urging you to speak out against the injustices that threaten our freedoms. The truth cannot be silenced forever. A celebrated activist urges you to stand with them, reminding you that together we can challenge the status quo and bring the truth to light. In the face of surveillance, your voice can become a clarion call for change. A renowned activist implores you to embrace your power and join the movement for justice and accountability. As we confront the reality of wiretapping, it's essential to remember that our voices matter. An influential figure is calling on you to stand up and advocate for your rights, reinforcing that every action counts. Your words have the potential to challenge the structures that seek to control us. A famous activist demands your participation, reminding you that together we can dismantle the systems of oppression. Even when it feels like your privacy is invaded, your spirit remains unbroken. A celebrated activist encourages you to join their cause, emphasizing that your voice can lead to transformative change. As whispers of dissent fill the air, it's your time to shine. A prominent activist is rallying support, urging you to speak out and stand up for the rights we hold dear. In a society that often suppresses truth, your voice can be a beacon of hope. An influential leader calls upon you to join them in the fight for justice, reinforcing that your involvement is crucial. The weight of surveillance can feel suffocating, yet your courage can break the chains. A famous activist is demanding your support, emphasizing that your voice is essential in the battle for transparency. Even when faced with the knowledge that your conversations are being watched, remember that your truth is powerful. A celebrated activist believes in your potential to inspire change and calls for your action. As we navigate the complexities of surveillance, your voice is needed now more than ever. A renowned activist urges you to rise up, reminding you that collectively, we can challenge the forces that seek to silence us. Your words can be a force for justice, even under the watchful eyes of surveillance. An influential figure is reaching out, encouraging you to join the movement and advocate for a future free from oppression. In the realm of monitored conversations, your courage to speak up can change the tide. A prominent activist is demanding your voice, emphasizing that your participation can lead to significant societal shifts. When faced with the reality of surveillance, remember that your truth is a catalyst for change. A famous activist implores you to stand firm and share your voice in the fight for justice. As you navigate the challenges of living under scrutiny, your voice holds the power to challenge the status quo. A celebrated activist urges you to take a stand and be part of the change we seek.